of all the wonderful devotees of the Bhakti Center, New York. Thank you. It is my monthly joy and honor to try to perform this service. Thank you. Let us begin with our auspicious invocation prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishnaprishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, we are continuing our study of the king of all Vedic literatures, Gadahara Srimad Bhagavatam, and we are reading today from the 10th canto, chapter 52, entitled Rukmini's Message to Lord Krishna, and we are going to read from text 31. Santushto yarhi varteta brahmano yena kenachit ahiyamana swadharmat sahi asya khila kamadhuk. Lord Krishna is speaking to the Brahman who was sent by Srimati Rukmini Devi as the messenger. Lord Krishna is addressing this Brahman and saying, when a Brahman is satisfied with whatever comes his way and does not fall away from his religious duties, those very religious principles become his desire cow, fulfilling all his wishes. Lord Krishna is telling the Brahman, and through the Brahman, Lord Krishna is revealing to all of us the importance of satisfaction in life. This verse begins with the word santushto. Santushto, santosh means satisfaction, to be satisfied. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that there are three royal gates to enter hell. There are three big gates through which we can enter into hell. Trividham narakashidam dwaram. There are three gates to hell which destroy our very soul. Even the soul is indestructible, but it takes the soul far away from Krishna. And these three gates, which we should never enter, are Kama, Krodha, Tatha, Lobhas. Tasmad etat trayam tyajet. We should give up these three things: lust, anger, and greed. These are the three main vices within us, which we have to guard against. Much is spoken about lust and anger, and rightly so. But all too often, we overlook the vice called greed. Greed. When we desire to enjoy something separately from Krishna, it is called lust. When we desire to satisfy our senses without the connection to Krishna, it is called lust. When lust is unfulfilled, it leads to anger. And when lust is fulfilled, we want more. We want more. We want more. That lust burns like fire, wants more, wants to consume more, wants to experience it again. Oh, it was good, but it didn't last that long. I want more. I want more of this enjoyment. That is greed. So initially, there is the desire to enjoy separately, independently from Krishna. That is lust. When lust is unfulfilled in this world, our plans are frustrated, we become angry. And when our lusty desires are fulfilled, then we want to enjoy it again and again. And that is called greed. Trividham narakash idam. These are the three gates to hell. Dwaram nashanam atmana. Atmanash. They destroy the soul because they take the soul away from Krishna. Kama krodha tatha lobhas tasmadetat trayam tyajet. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, please give up these three things, lust, anger, and greed. The opposite of greed is satisfaction. Greed can be counteracted by satisfaction. Being satisfied by the way we look, being satisfied with our spouse, being satisfied with our children, being satisfied with our parents, being satisfied with our paycheck, being satisfied with our tax returns. The list goes on and on. If we are dissatisfied, Pradyumna Prabhu, being satisfied with our social security check. Haribol. The list goes on and on. We can be dissatisfied, we can want more and more and more, and there is no end to it. The wise spiritual teachers of the past have said, if all the trees of the world were pens, all the sequoia trees, all the redwood trees of California, imagine they were pens. All the vast waters of the oceans and the rivers were ink, and the limitless sky, the space, were a paper. It wouldn't suffice to write down all the wants and desires of one dissatisfied person. In other words, our wants and the unnecessary necessities are unlimited. There is no limit. Desires are like a fire. They will burn bright and they will be hungry for more and more fuel. All of us have experience of having a fire, a bonfire, where in the evening or at night we sit around the fire, we may be camping, and every now and then you have to put some wood into the fire. And when you put the wood, the fire is satisfied for some time. It burns nicely. But within few minutes, that fuel is consumed by the fire and then it demands more. It demands more. Our material desires are like that. There is no end to it. We may have a salary of $50,000 and we say, oh, I wish I can cross 100,000. You cross 100,000. Oh, I wish I can cross 200,000. And it goes on and on. In my hospital, I see physicians with different pay scales. There are some generalists who make a certain amount. There are certain specialists who make more. And then there are some subspecialists who make even more. And then there are the hospital administrators, the doctors who are now the CMO and CEO, and they make even more. But really, no one is satisfied. Everyone wants more and more and more. And even the hospital is not satisfied. Emory Hospital wants to acquire more smaller hospitals and grow. Wellstar wants to acquire more. Piedmont wants to acquire more. Northside wants to acquire more hospitals. In business, just to survive, you have to grow and you have to fight the competition. Otherwise, the competition will eat you up. That is the nature of this world. Why? Because no one is satisfied. Because everyone is greedy for more. So our scriptures explain that there are three things we should be satisfied with and three things we should never be satisfied with. The three things we should be satisfied with are our spouse and our family members. We should never compare our children to other kids. I wish my son was also like that neighbor's son or that devotee's son. Why you cannot be like this? These types of comparisons are not healthy. Hmm. Why does my spouse look like this? I wish I had a better looking spouse. Look at that person. He or she is now 45 years old, but still looks like 35 or 30. I wish my spouse was also handsome or beautiful like that. These types of comparisons are very unhealthy. We should be satisfied with our spouse. We should be satisfied with the family members we have. Oh, I wish my parents were devotees. Well, comparing them to other parents who are devotees is not healthy. I wish my spouse was a devotee. Krishna knows exactly what situation is best for us. Krishna knows exactly what we deserve, and Krishna knows exactly what is best for us. And Krishna always is the well wishing best friend of everyone. Suridam Sarvabhutanam. So we should be satisfied with our family members, specifically our spouse. And we should not envy other people because they have a more good looking spouse or a spouse with a better temperament. No. Whatever we have obtained because of our karma, we should be satisfied with our family members. We should be number two, we should be satisfied with our salary, with our income. We should not envy others because they make more. Two brothers, one may be earning more, one may be earning less. We should not envy each other. We should be satisfied. We should work honestly to the best of our capacity, and whatever we get, we should be satisfied. Now, this may not go down well with a person who is materialistic. Oh, what are you talking, Prabhuji? But I'm not talking from the materialistic point of view. I'm talking from the point of view of a spiritualist, one who wants to make progress on the path of spirituality. There is no other way. There is no way around satisfaction. How can you be amani na mana dena if you're not satisfied? How can you be amani na mana dena? Think about it if you're not satisfied. Amani na mana dena means not to expect any respect and to give respect. That only a person can do who is self-satisfied. But if we are expecting respect, if we are wanting respect from others, then we are not amanina. And if we are feeling deficient, I need more appreciation, I need more glorification, then how we can give respect to others? A beggar cannot donate. A beggar cannot donate. If we feel we are bankrupt, we want more, then what can we give others? But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us, amanina, don't expect respect, mana dena, but give respect to others. Only then we can do kirtaniya sadahari. Only then we can practice real bhakti. So we should be satisfied with three things: our spouse and our family members, the environment that we have achieved because of our previous karma. Karana guna sangasya sada sadyoni janmasu. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says we get birth according to our karma. Number two, we should be satisfied with the wealth that we have after honestly working in this world. Not that we become lazy bums. No, we work hard, we work honestly, and then what we get, we are satisfied with. We are not going to fight and file lawsuits because we are dissatisfied. And number three, we should be satisfied with the food that we get. When we are at the Bhakti center and the prasadam is served, we should be satisfied with whatever is served. This is Krishna's mercy. This is Krishna's mercy. Today, Krishna has appeared to me in the form of this prasad, and I'm satisfied. So we should be satisfied with the food, the prasad that we receive. We should be satisfied with our spouse or our family members. For little kids like Lavanya, you should be satisfied with your parents and your family and your siblings. And we should be satisfied with our wealth, with our money. Because we all have our destiny based on our previous karma. And there is no need to look at others, compete with them, and envy them. That is the path to self destruction. So we have to remember this verse that Trividam narakash idam dwaram nashanam atmanah kama krodha tatha lobhas tasmad etat trayam tyajet. Lord Krishna said there are three gates to hell: lust, anger, and greed. Therefore, O Arjun, you should give up these three things. And we discussed that satisfaction is very important. The opposite of satisfaction is greed. And Bhagavad Gita, also in the 12th chapter, verse number 14, Bhagavad Gita 12.14, Lord Krishna says that Santushta Sadata Yogi, a devotee, a bhakti yogi is always satisfied. Santushta Sadatam Yogi. Sadatam means always, and Santushta means satisfied. So in Bhagavad Gita, also Krishna instructs us that we should be satisfied. In Srimad Bhagavatam, in this verse, also Krishna is instructing us that satisfaction is very, very important. We should be satisfied by whatever comes our way. And we should never fall away from the religious principles. Nunam pramatta kurute hi vikarma. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, when we become greedy for sense enjoyment, then what we get by practice of dharma is not enough. We want more. To get more, we take to the path of adharma. I will give an example. So, it is said that there is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. There are four achievements for a human being ordinarily: practice of religion, dharma; artha, earning wealth; kam, enjoying in this world; and liberation, moksha. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Now, please pay attention and analyze this with me. First is dharma. It is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation from this world. First is dharma, which means first in student life, we are all spiritual students. We have to understand what is real religion, what is dharma, how we are supposed to live in this world. And by practicing dharma, by remaining within the boundaries of dharma, we have to earn our wealth. See, dharma, artha. Artha means to earn money, earn wealth. Dharma, artha means artha should come from dharma. It's not that we sell alcohol, or we work in a slaughterhouse, or we work in a casino and we earn our wealth. No. Dharma, artha. Artha, money should come through the practice of dharma. We cannot go beyond the boundaries of dharma to earn money. So dharma, artha. Now the money that we have earned by practicing dharma, by remaining within the boundaries of dharma, with that money we can enjoy kam. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma, artha, kam. Kam means to enjoy with our senses. Yes, when you have honestly worked in this world, you get your salary, it is okay to enjoy with that money. But again, within dharma. Dharma, artha, and dharma, kam. Enjoyment also should be within the boundaries of religion. So if we have to enjoy, then we have to enjoy according to the permission given by the Holy Scriptures, not by doing something that is spiritually illegal. It may be legal in the constitution of the country where we live. Even gambling is legal. In some places, prostitution is legal. In some place, in everywhere, meat eating is legal. Abortion may be legal, but these are very, very irreligious principles that take us away from Krishna. So we should not do spiritually illegal things. We should not break the spiritual rules for artha and kam, for earning money and for enjoying in this world. And if we do this, then through practice of dharma, we will get moksha. Dharma artha, dharma kam, dharma moksha. And then beyond this is the fifth attainment for all of us, which is the Pancham Purushartha, the highest attainment for anyone, and that is Krishna Prem. Prema Pumarto Mahan. Highest attainment is Prem, love, pure love for God, where we become completely mad for God, mad for Radha Murlidhar. That is the aim of life. So now, when we are practicing dharma, trying to earn money and trying to enjoy with that money, but we are not satisfied. We don't practice the principle of satisfaction, then we want more. Now, I want to earn more wealth. How do I do it? Okay, let me cheat a little bit when I file my tax returns so I can save more money or I can get more money. Or let me, do something where I can illegally earn money. I can evade tax or I can do some illegal activity and earn money. Why? Because we are not satisfied. We want more. We want more. And now dharma is restricting us. Religious principles are restricting our economic growth. Have you experienced this? Where we feel that the religious principles are blocking me from earning more wealth. If I just do this, I can earn more wealth. I know one one girl I know indirectly. She was wanting to earn some extra money, and actually, when I came to this country on a student visa in 2007, I used to go to one little school where we used to study in Orlando, and many of them were immigrant students like myself. And this one girl had come from Brazil, and she did something with drugs. I don't want to get into details, but she did something, and unfortunately, she was caught. And actually, she came from a wealthy family. Her parents were physicians in Brazil, and they funded her education. They were paying for her tuition, they were paying for her lodging, boarding, food, everything. So she was not having any financial problem. But she thought, well, I am in this country of America, the country of dreams. Let me make it big. So she was just trying to earn some extra cash by doing something illegal. And she got busted, she got caught, and she was deported. All her dreams of coming to this country were lost by little greed to earn some extra money. So when we are not satisfied and we want more, we want more, we want more, then we feel that religious principles are restricting me. Let me break the religious principles and let me attain my dreams. And that's when we do vikarma. Nunam pramakta kurute hi vikarma. Vikarma means to do irreligious activities, sinful activities. Therefore, my dear friends, we should always be satisfied, especially satisfied with these three things: our spouse or our family members, our wealth, and the food that we get. We should not complain about these things. We should be satisfied. And three things we should not be satisfied with. Three things we should never be satisfied with. First is the amount of chanting that we do. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. 16 rounds is minimum. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Always chant. So we should never be satisfied with how much we chant. Number two, we should never be satisfied with how much holy scriptures we study and read. We should not be satisfied with reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita. We should say, I want to read and hear more. Hearing and reading, I want to do more. I want to hear more Krishna Katha. So we should never be satisfied with the hearing and chanting that we do. And number three, we should never be satisfied with how much charity we give. How much we should not feel, oh, I have given 10%. That's more than enough. No, actually, everything belongs to Krishna. My spiritual master, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, says that Krishna doesn't see how much you give. Krishna says how much you are holding back. If you are giving 10%, that means you are holding back 90%. So it should make us humble. So, like that. Oh, Krishna, we only covered one verse and it's almost time. So, text 32. Then Krishna further says to the Brahman, Asuntashto sakrilokan apnot api sureshwarah akinchanopi santushtah shete sarvanga vijvaraha. An unsatisfied Brahman wanders restlessly from one planet to another, even if he becomes king of the heaven. But a satisfied Brahmana, though he may possess nothing, rests peacefully, all his limbs free of distress. In the purport, the humble disciples of Srila Prabhupada have written, those who are unsatisfied feel distress throughout their body, becoming subject to many diseases. A satisfied Brahmana, however, though he may possess nothing, is peaceful and calm, and there is no distress within his body or mind. Practically, if you analyze all these illegal scams, people getting arrested for corruption, people getting all these sexually transmitted diseases, why are they? Because of not being satisfied, because of dissatisfaction, because of greed for more sense gratification. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is very, very practical. Krishna is saying in verse number 32, a satisfied person is happy, a dissatisfied person can never be happy. Text 33, Vipran Svalabha Santushtan Sadhun Bhuta Surityaman Nirahankarina Shantan Namasye Shirasa Sakrit. Lord Krishna is saying, I repeatedly bow my head in respect to those Brahmanas who are satisfied with their lot. Saintly, prideless, and peaceful, they are the best well-wishers of all living beings. One cannot be a well-wisher of others unless and until we are truly satisfied and peaceful. Because to be a well-wisher, we have to be non-envious. And if we are dissatisfied, we are greedy for more, how can we be non-envious? And if we are not non-envious, then we cannot be true well-wishers. So Krishna says, saintly people are prideless and peaceful, and they are the best well-wishers, and I bow down to such Brahmanas. In the purport, Srila Sridhar Swami has explained that Swalabha also means achieving one's self, or in other words, self-realization. Self-realization means to understand our eternal form in the spiritual world and what our eternal service to Radha Murlidhar is. Thus, an advanced Brahman is always satisfied with his spiritual understanding, never depending on material formalities or facilities. Yes, if we want to progress in spiritual life, we should not be enamored, preoccupied, and distracted by material situations of this world. Material facilities, material achievements will come and go. Text 34. Kachidva kushalam brahman rajato yasya hi praja sukham vasanti vishaye Palyamana Same Priyaha. O Brahman, Krishna is saying, O Brahman, is your king attending to your welfare? Indeed, that king in whose country the citizens are happy and protected is very dear to me. So Krishna is telling the duties of a Brahman. Now in this verse, Krishna is telling the duties of a Kshatriya. How a Kshatriya king should take care of the citizens very nicely. And when we do our duties nicely, Krishna says, Same Priya. Such a person becomes dear to me. So we can all please Krishna if we simply do our prescribed duties sincerely, honestly, to the best of our ability. Whatever our role is, we may be software engineers, we may be doctors, lawyers, we may be um, working in business, whatever we are doing, if we do our work honestly, we are saintly, sober citizens, Krishna will be happy with us. Same Priya, we will become dear to Krishna. Text 35. Yatastvam agato durgam nistiryeha yadichaya sarvam nobru aguhyam chet kim karyam karavamate. Whence have you come crossing the impassable sea? And for what purpose have you come? Explain all this to us if it is not a secret and tell us what we may do for you. So Krishna has welcomed the Brahmana. He has very shown great hospitality, and he is inquiring about his welfare. He's glorifying the Brahmanas who are real Brahmanas. He's glorifying the Kshatriyas who are real Kshatriyas. And now he's asking, how did you cross the impassable sea? This is a very interesting question. Agato Durgam. Dwarka was situated in the middle of the sea. And how did this little Brahman come? He had no vehicle, he had no airplane, he had nothing. How did he come to Dwarka? This is a very good question. And our acharyas explain that this is all mercy of Balaram. It is Lord Balaram who gives the bal, the strength, spiritual strength to accomplish spiritual services. Srimati Rukmini Devi had given this service to this Brahmana that please go and give my message to Krishna. And he had only one night to achieve that. He had to go there within overnight. It was a overnight delivery. Overnight delivery. Rukmini Devi overnighted her letter. There was no FedEx or UPS, but she overnighted her letter, and this Brahmana did it for free. So, how was he able to do it? Our acharyas explain when we have a sincere desire to serve Krishna, Adi Guru, the original spiritual master, Lord Balaram, gives the bal, gives the strength. So if we want to do something spiritual, we want to make nice garlands for Radha Murlidhar, we want to come for the Thursday Kirtan and make it in the Manhattan traffic, we should pray to Lord Balaram. Balaram, please. Nityananda Prabhu, please, I want to go and take darshan of Sri Gauranga and Radha Murlidhar and Lord Narsimha Varaha. Please give me the strength to be there in the association of devotees. Please give me the strength to accomplish this service. And Balramji will give us a strength, like Balramji gave strength to this little Brahman. He was not some marathon runner. He was not some triathlon champion. He was just a simple Brahmana. But he was able to go in one night from Vidarbha, which is in Maharashtra, to the middle of the ocean in Dwarka, which is hundreds of kilometers away. Last verse. एवं संपृष्ट संप्रश्नो ब्राह्मण परमेष्ठिना लीला गृहीत देहेन तस्मै सर्वम अवर्णयत. Thus questioned by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, who incarnates to perform his pastimes, the Brahman told Krishna everything. Brahman told everything. How Rukmini loves you, how Rukmini is about to be forcefully against her desires, being married to Shishupal because of her elder brother Rukmi, who is friends with Shishupal. And this is the letter that she has sent you. Please read it. Purport. The word grihita may be translated as grasped or caught, and thus exactly as in English may also mean to perceive or understand something. Therefore, Lord Krishna's transcendental body is perceived, understood, or in other words, grasped by the devotees when the Lord comes to exhibit his transcendental pastimes. These pastimes are not whimsical, but are a part of a complex program structured and executed by Lord Krishna himself for awakening the conditioned souls to their natural love and devotion for him and bringing them back to Godhead. Krishna performs his pastimes with his eternal associates who come down with him, the Nitya Siddhas, and he performs the pastimes in such a way that we, the conditioned souls here in this world, we get attracted by these pastimes. And by getting attracted to Krishna's wonderful pastimes, we get Krishna. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti. So Arjuna. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, if we simply understand and appreciate Krishna's divine pastimes, we will not have to take birth in this material world again, but we will get Krishna in the spiritual world. So with this message, I will stop here. Today we discussed the importance of satisfaction. How practically it is important to be satisfied. And it is the opposite of greed, which is the gate to hell. So I will stop here. If there are any questions or comments, we have 9 minutes. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful class. Very important subject matter. that verse, any sane man will give them up because they lead to the degradation of the soul, lust, anger, and greed, and how these things are a great impediment. And your emphasis in the whole class about satisfaction and striving for satisfaction, Srila Prabhupada tells us that these good qualities, we don't exactly strive for them directly, but if we engage fully in devotional service, then all the good qualities will become manifest, right? And the idea that we're, we're satisfied with the money or the children or the spouse, we're satisfied with whatever Krishna gives us, because the real essence of dissatisfaction is to be dissatisfied with Krishna and thinks he doesn't know what he's doing and I know better. That's what we've heard from Srila Prabhupada. So we strive, it says that unless we engage fully in devotional service, we'll never be fearless. We'll never actually be able to love. So the miracle of devotional service is there, and all good qualities, what did it say? Brahma Bhuta Prashanatma Nasochati Nakanchati, right? A person on the spiritual platform, fully absorbed in devotional service, Nasochati neither hankers nor laments for anything. They're satisfied. Because of being engaged in devotional service. That's all we want. That's all we need. Okay, of course, the Prabhupada, sorry to talk so long. Thank you for your class. Thank you.
Thank you, Adi Purush Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Dandavad Prabhuji. My name is Mukunda Das. I believe I heard of your good self from Srikant Prabhu. He's now living in Washington, D.C. I don't know if you know him, but he spoke very highly of you. So my first time coming on on this particular Zoom, I guess by mercy of Guru and Gauranga, I got to hear your Harikatha. So I feel very, very happy. So one beautiful thing I'm remembering Srila Jiva Goswami's Gopal Champu, that he mentioned that Rukmini, her determination to marry Shri Krishna was so strong that in her message sent by that Brahmin, she threatened that I will give up my life if I cannot have you as my husband. And Jiva Goswami Pad wrote that the Brijabasis, upon receiving the message of Krishna getting married, of course, there was some sad, and especially gopis was some sad, but gopis thought, this young girl, this princess, has so much determination to be with Shri Krishna. And if Krishna will not marry her and she takes her own life, some ill repute will come to Krishna for that. So though gopis love Krishna so much, it proved that their love is so high that their interest is only in Krishna's kalyan, Krishna's happiness, that they gave their prayers that this should come to pass. And Jiva Goswami Pad says, for this reason, because Krishna did not want to marry, he always told, I will return to Vrindavan. When he was on the chariot of Akrur, he told, Yasheti, I'll return day after tomorrow. But all circumstances didn't allow it to happen. And now, all the way from Mathura, he's now in Dwarka. And now there's arrangement for marriage. So when will he get free to go back? But the gopis thought, if it will bring any ill repute to Krishna, then better he should marry her so that no ill fame will come to him. So their love is so high that they thought, yes, even though we want Krishna here, if he will marry Rukmini, then he will become famous as a good husband and so forth and so on. So Jiva Goswami Pad was pointing out that, like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, I believe it's mentioned there, Atma Sukhe Dukhe Gopio Na Kareli Vichar, that the gopis never have any consideration for their own happiness. They're always there thinking for the kalyan and for the happiness of Krishna. And of course, the whole Srimad Bhagavatam context has proved this point. So I was thinking of that when you were talking about the message of this Brahmin.
Hare
It's also
Krishna.
very nice to meet you, Prabhuji. Haribo.
Thank you, Mukunda Prabhu. Thank you for your very nice comment. Appreciate it. Hare Krishna. Yes, Lavanya, you want to ask a question or say something?
Hare Krishna, please accept my pranams. Thank you so much for explaining it so wonderfully. I have two questions. So first is that how should we work on our desires This is the first question, that how should we work on our desires?
I'll just answer as you ask, because we only have 3 more minutes before the darshan opens. So desires are natural in a jiva, because we are part of Krishna. Mamay amsha jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana. Because we are part of Krishna, we are chid karna vastu. In Jaiva Dharma, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that the jiva is chid karna vastu. We are a small karna, a small part of Krishna. And therefore, we have qualitatively all the qualities of Krishna in minute degree. So we also have desires. Just like Krishna has desires, we also have desires. So desires are natural. The way to work on the desires is to make our desires Bhagavatic, to make our desires Krishna conscious desires, to make our desires favorable to Krishna. Anukulena Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Uttama. Our desire should be anukul for Krishna, favorable towards Krishna. And the unfavorable desires we should give up. Anukulesa sankalpaha pratikulya vivarjanam. We should give up unfavorable desires and cultivate more and more positive desires that will be favorable towards Krishna consciousness. That's the way. And second question?
Second question is that how we know our prescribed duties.
Our prescribed duties, general prescribed duties, we can find out from the Shastra, but specifically, we should ask our spiritual master or our Shiksha Guru. If we don't have access to our spiritual master, then our Shiksha Guru, spiritual mentor, we should ask, inquire, what is our specific duty. Shishyaste ham sadhi mam tvam prapanna. We have just like Arjuna asked Krishna, what am I supposed to do? But general duties for everyone is prescribed by Krishna, that man mana bhava mad bhakto mad yaji mam namas. These are general instructions that we should always think of Krishna. We should become devotee of Krishna. We should bow down to him, worship Krishna. Sadatam kirtayanto ma mitantascha dridhavrata. We should always chant Harinam. So these are general instructions for everyone. But then specifically, what is your dharma, that we can ask one's spiritual master.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. We have thank you. We have 1 minute, so we'll let Rasheshwar Madhav Prabhu say. Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. My obeisances. Thank you for the wonderful class. And I just had a question. When you spoke about the 3 things we should be satisfied and unsatisfied with, I was just wondering what the source was, because I've only heard it from Chanakya Niti, and I just wondered if there was another source from that.
That is a source for 3 things that we should not be satisfied with. That is Chanakya Pandit and Chanakya Niti. And 3 things that we should always be satisfied with. There is a verse in the 4th canto, Santushta Yena Kenava. That verse, I can show you that exact verse number. It is 4.31.19.
Okay.
Daya sarvabhuteshu santushtya yena kenava sarvendriyopashantya cha tushyanardana. That verse. Commentary to that verse, acharyas have said that we should be satisfied. Okay?
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
4.31.19.
4:19:31.
4:31.19. 4:31.19. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Angriyasya sakalen Priyamritimanti Dasyanti Panti Kayanti Tiram Jaganti Arnachimaya Sadhu Kalavigasya Govinda Maripurja
Hare Krishna. Hare Purusham. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Adipurush Prabhu. Shall we end?
Well, Radha Swami was telling us that in the householder ashram, the tendency is for expanding lust and greed. So if we associate with the renounced order and try to assist them, then we'll contradict those anarthas that will expand without the medicine. Anyway, just a comment. All glories to Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, dear devotees. Hare Krishna.